Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at a little project build I've been doing. I call this little guy the Prairie Patrol Special Purpose Rifle, SPR for short. It is built on a Savage MSR15 upper and lower. I've got a nickel boron coated BCG in here. Definitely helps with reliability and ease of cleaning. Got an ambi charging handle, a nice 3 to 12 scope. This is more of a coyote hunting rig, so that's why I opted for that. I have a forward cantilever mount by Leupold, as you can see here. Definitely a nice little rig. We have a 16.125 inch barrel on this guy, 1 8 twist. That is probably the best for stabilizing the widest range of different weight projectiles that you can get. Let's see, just a standard A2 flash hider. Unfortunately, it is threaded, so you can take it off and put a can on there if you want. Some Magpul furniture on there, like a stock and a grip. Let's take a few shots and I'll give you my honest thoughts. Okay everyone, I've got a 20 round mag loaded up with some 55 grain Federal Premium, some boat tails. I've got a target sitting down at about 100 yards. Now I am going to be standing up for these first few shots, so as long as I get them on paper, I'm going to be happy. Definitely not nearly as accurate as I want to be. Let's get down on one knee and take a few more shots. Okay everybody, let's take a few more shots. Get down just like that. Nice stable position. So a little bit more about this rifle. The reason I really wanted to set this up, originally when I got it, I just had a pair of iron sights. I didn't really know what I was doing with ARs. I've got a little bit more experience now and I kind of figured out what I like. I'm a big fan of having something that can reach out all the way from say 25, 50 yards to just plink around to all the way out to 200-300 yards to maybe take out a coyote or something. Definitely something like this. These are able to shoot 1 MOA. These Savages, they are pretty good rifles. I will say I have had issues shooting brass case, particularly I believe it was Tula ammo out of this guy, so I would veer away from that. But any of your basic brass case stuff, I'm not the biggest fan of Agula, but it definitely works. A rifle like this is good. Having something you can, a variable optic, obviously this isn't a low power variable optic because it doesn't have the quick throw, but having the ability to go from 3 power all the way. So something to keep in mind, people are like, oh, 3 power, you really, you need something less than that for close range. When I served in the Marine Corps, we had 4 power fixed ACOG scopes, by Trijicon, and those are great optics. So obviously this is a pretty large optic on this guy. It's a 3 to 12 by 40. I definitely wouldn't recommend, God forbid, crap hits the fan scenario, clearing houses, but you can definitely take some close-in shots. And an optic like this is one of Cabela's scopes. I picked it up for like 300 bucks. It's not the best. I'm probably gonna switch it up for a Louis here in a little bit, but it's not a bad optic. Overall, it's just, a purpose-built rifle, having something, I can take out with friends and shoot out 200, 300, 400 yards if I want to, or having something as a great duty/coyote rifle. I mean, I feel very, very confident that this thing can handle anything I throw in it. It's got some awesome little cuts here, something I always love when you're resting your finger on the side of the receiver. You've got these little cuts here, you can rest them there. That's kind of neat, some lightning cuts on here. All right, let's load up another mag and take a few more shots. Then I'll show you the target we're shooting at real quick, and then let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so you see that little red dot right about there? That is where we're shooting. It's a pretty big target. I mean, I'm not going for accuracy, obviously, because I've been standing up and sitting down. If you wanted to get really good, I'd recommend getting some like like some sticks, or obviously put this thing on a bench to be way more accurate. But this is more practical field accuracy stuff you can expect out of the Savage. It is a bright one out today. We had some thunderstorms last night, so I'm waiting for that humidity to kick in. Here we go. I'm gonna take a few more shots standing. I like doing that. It's fun. Definitely not nearly as accurate. Anybody who says I mean, you can be, but I mean, my skill level is not to where it needs to be in order to do that. Okay. Take a few more shots here. That one. Very nice. Smoke coming out of the barrel. It's a good day. All right, let's go take a look at our target and see. I've been shooting all morning, so there's quite a few impacts on there, but let's see what kind of accuracy we're getting out of this guy. All right, so this is the target we're looking at. As you can see, quite a few impacts in there, quite a few in the red too. This, I believe, is like a 12 or 16-inch wide target, so definitely not bad. No complaints there. Obviously, that's a man-sized target, so I mean, you could definitely use this thing to defend your life. And I just have a rough 0 on this guy right now. I could definitely get it way better. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this setup. There's a few schools of thoughts when it comes to special purpose rifles. Obviously, having a rifle for tasks typically exceeding normal standoff distances, right? So now people are typically like, oh, 18 or 20-inch barrels for an SPR. That's all well and good, and I totally agree with that mindset, especially when you have a lot more wide open spaces. Here in Missouri, though, you get a lot of meadows, get a lot of open fields, which is typically when you're going to be doing coyote hunting or varmint hunting. We're going to typically that's where we're going to be hunting at. Now, most shots for me, or in my it's very relative to you and the type of situation you're in. I would feel more than comfortable taking shots out to probably 400 or 500. I mean, you lose. I wouldn't take a shot on an animal at that. I mean, the 5.56. Once you get out past 4, I mean, it can be done, but it's getting the law of diminishing returns. You're really not getting as much energy on target as you might like. So 16-inch works a lot better for me. It's great too. It's easily maneuverable. I've got the adjustable stock. Obviously, if I wanted to use it like this, move the optic forward a little bit so I can get my proper eye relief. But overall, it's not a bad rig. The 18-inch would work just as good, if not better. However, I love this rifle. This Savage MSR15 has worked pretty reliably. I've only had a couple hiccups through it, and it was mainly either user error or ammunition failure. So definitely a big fan of that. I'd say don't always buy into this stuff online. The industry is really big about saying you need a BCM this or an LMT, 18-inch, 20-inch, 14.5, Mark 18, blah, 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 blah. Use what you've got. Pick up a basic rifle, whether it's a Smith or a Ruger or a Savage like this. This is a little bit more premier of a rifle. But use what you've got, train with it. Before you even put an optic on it, get some basic iron sights, some Magpul, M-Bus Pros, and get the basics down. Then put an optic on it when you're ready. I mean, something like this is equally capable as almost anything on the market. Like I said, it's been extremely reliable, and I have no qualms about it. So let's take a few final shots, and then I will let you people go for the day. All right, we are going to take a few final shots. Again, the 55 grain Federal. This is the boat tail stuff, so it's some of the more premium, not just your basic like M193 or whatever. Definitely had good luck out of this ammo. Again, just standing. Need to tighten up my sling a little bit. And you realize your ears aren't all the way in. I think I have them in backwards, actually. There we go. Now I can't even hear myself. Well, thank you all for stopping by and catching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for how I can make this even better, let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video.